Hello everybody, it's zu-wii-mama as always, and we got another little tutorial yet again on the Wither boss. Now what do you think of this guy? He looks pretty amazing if you ask me, and I spent a lot of time trying to obviously get this guy right, but by now you should be a master builder anyway. You've obviously been building a lot of my builds, so this is going to be a breeze for you to actually replicate it, right? So we're going to go down and we're going to have a look at the blocks quickly, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to try and do the build a little bit different this time. I'm going to try and explain a bit more in detail what blocks you need to place and where, because some of you have been requesting that I don't necessarily mention them in the builds. Alright, so first things first, I do want you to copy this pattern, and it's quite self-explanatory really, so I don't really need to explain to you what you need to place where, and it all is all meant to be black. Don't do what I've did here with the grey and the white. I'm just done that just to obviously show you where the blocks need to be placed and how many need to place, right? So you can see there in rows of 3s and 4s, and again it's just easier to do, and you need to come out by 4 like that. 1 2 3 4, and there we go. And I'm using black wool, and all you can do here, sorry God, I'm trying to bounce between two different things here. You're just going to copy that exact same pattern opposite, okay? And don't use black wool like I said, like I'm just using that because in a minute when we get onto the black concrete, you'll see how difficult it is to actually try and see where you're placing the blocks. And I do at one point show you just to sort of, yeah, it's just a mess, right? Just trust me, it's a mess and it's really difficult. And I did try and actually try and put my light level up, not the light level, but the what's it called? I can't even remember what. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at the minute. The not the contrast, the brightness. I was trying to put the brightness up on my computer, but didn't know how to do it. So nevertheless, I've just gone with the black wool, right? So hopefully by now all you're doing is wrapping this pattern across from one side to the other. So this bit's quite self-explanatory, right? I don't really need to go into too much detail here. And bam, there we go. It's all in black concrete, and that center. Whoa, God, I keep having verbal diarrhea. That center should be grey. And I forgot to mention actually under here we need to do 2 rows of grey as well. Right, this next section I will help you count this bit out because it's going to start getting a little bit tricky. So by now you should have a nice little pattern looking like that. Really easy, really straightforward. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the end here. We're going to go 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to go up 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. I think I counted that right. We'll see what it looks like at the end. All right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Yeah, it is 13. Like I said, I do the build and then I do the recording of the voice after, so sometimes I've got to like sort of retrace my steps anyway to see what I'm doing because I don't have a clue. And we're going to bring it out by 1, and all I'm doing here is just I'm just making a big rectangle basically, and all you're going to do is fill this in with black concrete again. All right, I'm just sort of building the outline just to show you where we're going and what we're doing. All right, so fill all that in with black. Really simple, really straightforward. And this center part that we do now is quite self-explanatory, so you can just sort of watch what's going on the screen. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to sort of explain to you the actual wither. If you look closely, it only has 1 strip of this grey down the center of it. Now I had to do 2 only because the dimensions of the actual wither wasn't even enough, and if you didn't do, if I tried doing the 1 strip, it would look very odd and it would look wonky, so I had to do a strip of 2. Alright, so it's a bit one of those annoyance things with these builds, but I mean it looks alright at the end. Right, so now what we're going to do here is, as you notice, I've placed a block diagonal, and you're going to put like a layer of wool on the bottom like that, and then we're going to switch up the grey, and yeah, just copy the pattern. You can see what's happening on the screen. Alright, there we go, looking like that, and that's one of his little arms. And all you're going to do now is go up by 2, and then you're going to start again. So 1 2, and then you're going to do the exact same pattern again. And really, it's quite repetitive, this build, because you're going to do that another. Well, you need to do it in total 6 times, all right? So because that's the 6 obviously little prongs that come out. So while that's happening, we're going to talk a little bit of waffle. Why not? So yeah, I've got a few different builds that I've been working on as well just after the wither, so I will showcase them at the end of the video. So I've done 2 other mobs, and who knows which video's out next. I don't know, I ain't decided yet which one I'm going to do, but yeah, I'll showcase the next 2 builds at the end. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these builds at the minute. It is sometimes a bit of a challenge, sometimes a bit easier than others, but hey ho, I think they look, in the end it does look pretty cool. And I hope you're sort of getting on with the building now. You, like I said, you've got to be a master builder at this point, because obviously you must be building some of these builds that I'm doing. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of positive comments in the comment section, so yeah, I hope you're enjoying them as much as I am, and obviously getting these in your survival worlds, because that's what it's all about, building these in your survival worlds. I mean, if not, you know, put it in creative if you need to, but I mean, it's entirely up to you really. And the thing I really enjoy about making a big mob like this in your world is obviously it's got so many different things you can do with it. You can turn it into a mob dropper, you can turn it into some sort of farm, you can make it into a house. I mean, there's so many different things you can do, and not only that, they look visually awesome like to anyone that comes into your worlds as well. They look absolutely amazing. You think, wow, did I really build that? Yes, you did. You know, that's what you can tell your friends anyway. Don't tell them I did it, just tell them you did it. I don't mind. You should have something looking a little bit like this, and if you have, congratulations, you are doing awesome, and you have nearly completed the build. I think I did say earlier on actually that you were meant to fill this in with black. If you have, that's absolutely fine. Just obviously it's all looking good. If you haven't, like I haven't, obviously fill it in with the black in the spaces here that I'm showing you, right? So it all should be black along both sides as well, okay? So that should make sense. I think I was just being a numpty and I completely forgot what I was talking about earlier. But anyway, there we go. Should look a little bit like this. Fill this little bit in. And we're going to be moving on to the heads very shortly. And this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. You need to make sure you pay attention of what's going on and where you're placing these guys, all right? Because you don't want your heads looking wonky, donkey. Right, so we're going to go around to the back and we're going to place a little bit of grey like so. And we're just going to do a nice little decorative pattern along the back. Again, just self-explanatory, just copy what I'm doing. I don't really need to talk too much in detail of what's happening here. I think you can actually see what's happening. There we go, fill it in with black. And can you see what I mean with the black on black? It's really difficult to see where you're placing the black. I don't know if I'm the only one having that trouble or you are as well. But yeah, let me know what you think, because yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if my settings are up too high or something, but who knows. Anyway, you should have an odd looking structure looking like this so far. Okay, so now you want to come down from the top one. You want to place a grey concrete, 2 cyan terracotta, and you should have a pattern like that, and then just copy the same across again. So grey concrete, 2 cyan, and then another grey concrete, and you're going to put a layer of black across the top and the bottom. Okay, so you should be, this whole structure so far is by 4, and then you're going to bring this black along the bottom out by another 4. Okay, so in total that black line should be 8 across. All right, so see what I mean about the black? It's really difficult to see where you're placing that black, and I had so much trouble with this. You wait until I start building the heads in a minute and you'll see exactly what I'm on about. And then you want to finish that off by bringing that black across, and then just fill the bottom layer all with black as well. Okay, so again, look, I can't see what's happening. Look, see that? I still can't. I'm rewatching back my footage now and I still can't see what's happening. It's that crazy. Okay, so now all you need to do is flip on round to the other side and do exactly the same. All right, so grey concrete, and then 2 cyan terracotta, another grey concrete, and then you're going to wrap it in with black again all the way to the end on the top, and then fill the bottom line out by another 4. So it should be a total of 8 across the bottom. Jeez, I need to take a breath every now and then. So this bit now is very important, and you need to make sure you copy this next step, because if you don't, you have a wonky head. So I'm placing a white block there and bringing it out by 1. Okay, so, and then all you need to do is copy that pattern on there. Okay, really straightforward, really simple. Copy that pattern down and we will move on. Okay, so just make sure it should be overhanging, as you can see, by 1 block across the bottom, and also overhanging by the side by 1 block. All right, so hopefully you've placed it in the right place and you have a head that's looking somewhat like that so far. Okay, we're going to spin on round, and all you're going to do is copy that pattern down, and I shouldn't really have to talk to you too much about that, because you can really see what blocks you need to place and where you need to place them. And all we're going to do now is that side there, we're going to copy exactly here. Right, so you're going to do it and it should be in line with the side of this build. Right, so all you're going to do, copy that pattern all the way across, and bish bash bosh, we are going to be done. Okay, so here we go. This is me, master builder at work. You can see pro at work. I'm not really a pro at all, but yeah, this is me trying to do it quick, and I just make so many errors and boo-boos here, but I thought I'd leave it in anyway, why not? Okay, so it should be looking a little bit like that so far, and all you're going to do now, really easy, is do the exact same here. So we're going to come out by 1 and we're going to pop the head on. Ba-doo! So a little camera magic, and all you're going to do is literally watch the head build again, the first head that we did, and all you can do is copy that head on to the other side on the white block where I just showed you. Alright, so really easy. And now we're going to do the head part, well, the top of the head, and again, really easy, straightforward. You can sort of see what's going on there. Don't really need to go on too much about that. And then we're going to spin on round and we're going to do the back part of the head. And once you've done both of these guys, all you need to do is then obviously copy that back onto the other one, because the other one's missing the top and the back of the head. Okay, once we've done that, you're literally done. All we need to do now is one part of the head, and as you can still see, I'm just showing you, we're still overhanging by 2 on the edge there, and we're still overhanging by 1 off the main sort of arm, boom arm, whatever you want to call it. And all you need to do is, like I said, is copy that across, and you should have 2 complete heads. Now you need to go one block below the eye on either side, come across by 3 and then out by 1, and that 1 that we've just come out by, that is where you're going to put this head on. Alright, so your first block should be on top of that last block I placed. Alright, so make sure you do that. And if not, like I said, I mean, it's not too much of an issue if you're slightly sort of, your head's too far forward, because it ain't going to make a massive difference. But as you can see from a bird's eye view there, you're actually 1 block ahead of the other 2 blocks, if that makes any sense at all. Alright, and then, yeah, a couple more panels, and congratulations guys, we are there. We are nearly there. We're at the finish line. Right, so you want to start from here, and just ignore the torches, because I had to put them there because it gets really dark in here, and the problem is, because it's so dark, you can't see the actual colours that I've placed down, and yeah, it sort of distorts it a little bit, so I had to place them there just for, obviously, just for you guys really. And copy that pattern down. God, this is too easy. God, I need to start making some builds that are harder for you guys, because I think you lot are getting the hang of this now, and I think that we need to ramp things up a little bit. We need to start making some mobs that are a lot harder, really, don't we? And there we go. We're going to fill this bit in with black just across the bottom there. And we're going to fill this in with black here. So all we're doing now is just doing a little bit of patchwork. We're filling little areas of black, which we've got 1 here as well. So 1 either side, 1 underneath. And there we go. And you just need to put a bit of black across the bottom there as well. And there we go, guys. Congratulations. You are a master builder. You have successfully completed the Wither Boss. Look at that. I mean, if you want to add a little bit more detail, you could even make the little sort of the little bombs that they do as well, but I'll leave that entirely up to you. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, yes, we got a little sneaky preview of potential next builds that I've done. Now, obviously, you got a little cat, little pretty cat, look at that little guy, and we got the blaze, so we got 2 different creatures, stroke mobs, or whatever you want to call them, that I've built, and I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. I've not decided which one I'm going to put up as a tutorial, so, I don't know, what do you think? Perhaps you should leave me a comment and let me know which one you want to see first. And that's all from me, zu-wii-mama. I'll see you in the next video.